miss that window, then you can't do it, basically.
Right,
Okay.
not in that election.
Yeah, not, in- yeah.
Okay. So I'll entertain them, let's see,
There's
it's
no
just,
motion
there's no
here.
motion,
It's
I'm
just
sitting
to
here looking,
bring it
it's just
up.
discussion about it,
Yeah,
okay.
if there's any other
Yeah, I
discussion
see
here.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get with we'll meet again.
Anybody have any questions then about it? Cause you guys will just bring everything to us whenever you,
Yeah, and we'll decide, we'll definitely meet again before then. I would think we would probably maybe try to get them on the January meeting, if at all possible, to come up with the final
Yeah.
list, just because February 2nd's gonna
Yeah,
be
we
that.
need to do that in the next week or two.
Yeah,
Just
so,
kind of finalize our part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
okay, any more discussion? If not, let's go on to item number 13, discussion and possible action with regard to amending the city clerk's possessive.
There's a typo on there.
I started, it says position, isn't it? It's supposed to be?
Position,
Yeah.
From Corey.
I saw that too, and I thought,
Autocorrect,
Yeah.
on there.
city clerk's contract to include possible increase in salary with possible executive session in accordance with 25 OS 307B1. Do I have a motion for executive session?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Call for a vote, please.
Furman?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Peterson? Yes.
Okay, motion carries. We will go into executive session at this time. For 14, possible action as a result of the executive session. Is there a motion that someone would like to make?
I'd like to make a motion to the first addendum to the city clerk contract.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, would you call, any more discussion with it? I don't, call for a vote, please.
Burnham?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Peterson? Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Now, at this time, staff and board remarks and inquiries by the governing body. Members, city managers, anybody have any?
Yes, I
Come.
have something, if you don't mind.
No, come right ahead.
Okay, I'll be very brief. Well, let's talk of assets, liabilities. I'm aware time is our most
Yeah.
valuable asset.
If you don't mind, if you can talk, after you do that, talk into that
Absolutely.
microphone, that'd be great.
And Madam Mayor, I apologize, my brain was working on a
Oh.
board council person.
That's all right.
So I'm happy to provide you a copy of this later, if you request, and of course, Mr. City Manager, the master copy's in my office anytime you wanna look at anything that I'm ever talking about.
Well, I think it would have been appropriate if I was looking at one right now.
Just
let him
let him look at Mark.
Can absolutely.
I can give them marks
Okay.
for now. Yep.
Okay. So, this is, I will not regularly be using
Will you
a.
introduce yourself first and tell us?
Oh,
who you are
absolutely,
all
absolutely. I'm sorry. My name is Brandon Miller. I'm the new Assistant Chief at Mangum Police Department. I was formerly an officer here, worked at Jackson County as well. Little background, I've been in corrections, U.S. military. I've also worked audio video engineering.
Oh, wow.
But I'm the new assistant chief here. Chief Paxton and I have been working very diligently on a few things. What you're looking at right now is just kind of, we've been taking a grassroots approach at rebuilding, restructuring the department a little bit, issuing a lot of new procedural changes to officers and dispatch for the explicit purpose of allowing us to more accurately track data, our activity, our mileage, our fuel usage, our calls for service, or crime reports, things of that nature that I think have gotten kind of glossed over in the past for funding opportunities. I'm kind of a tech guy, so in the future, I won't be presenting half a ream of paper to anybody. I'll probably be running numbers in a spreadsheet and in PowerPoints.
You can
Phil
send,
was.
you can send that stuff to us by email. too.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
You know, that's
I just, I wanted you to have something physical to look at and just
Yeah.
sort of get a
Sure.
basic idea. Phil was gracious enough to let me come and talk a little bit about it, and I'd like to start monthly presenting, briefly these numbers that we're tracking and logging. And
That'd be
these are
great.
gonna be for the purposes of our internal purposes, but also getting out ahead of the potential for, these are the sorts of numbers we'll have to be reporting for any funding opportunities for
Grants.
policing. that become available, and I'd really like to work hard to bring Mangum Police Department into the 21st century of policing, with the caveat, mindfulness, that a small community will always have some limitations, but there's no reason we cannot learn from and try to replicate procedural things and funding opportunities from larger departments. So that's what you're looking at, and starting in January, I will have a first round of maybe some numbers to give you guys of what we've been up to and what our officers have been up to and how that's affected our department. And hopefully by February, we'll have a very consistent, and everybody will have caught on and be on board, and we'll have a very consistent report monthly to give you guys about those things. So that's all I've really got for you. I just wanted to let you know what we're up to, and hopefully you'll be hearing more good things from us. The very first page in here is kind of, in the inside of the folders, is just the things that we'll be looking at reporting to you, and it's basically just the numbers I'm talking about. Any notable incidents, any training status or training reports that we have for you, and any projects that we're working on for the community that we can help us serve the community a little better and maybe get a little more active with especially the youth in our community. So that's all I've got for you guys. A copy of, you guys all know Chief Paxton. My business card's in there as well. Hopefully when I get this new guy out of his training program, I'll be available in the daytime a lot more. So questions, concerns, complaints, you can reach out to me if you can't get a hold of Chief Paxton as well.
Oh, I'll get your number later.
Absolutely.
You need your digits.
I'll bring you a card or my number. But, and again, everything in there is in here.
Okay.
So you're welcome, anytime. It's basically just officer procedural stuff.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's nothing major. So that's all I got for you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. We
I
appreciate it.
appreciate
Thank
this,
you.
by the way. I think that transparency is key, and it's something we've lacked in the past, so I love this.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Is there anybody else? Any new business?
City business? No.
No new business? Okay, at this time, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Call for a vote, please.
Burnham,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned. We'll go right into the Mangum Utility Authority. At this time, please call the meeting to order. Would you do a roll call?
Scott,
Here.
Burnham,
Here.
Miller,
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. The consent agenda, items 1 to 5. Look at those. Is there anything you'd like to take off the consent agenda to discuss separately? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve 1 through 5.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Call for a vote, please.
Scott,
Yes.
Burnham,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries. Item number 6, ordinance and resolution, discussion and possible action to approve resolution 2023-17, setting new rates for trash service. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Now, discussion.
Tell us
That's you.
Oh, is that me?
The trash.
I guess. New rates, are they raising theirs?
Yes, they raised our rates. It's an annual event. Waste Connections is our provider.
Yeah.
And they adjust annually based on the Consumer Price Index.
How much are they saying? they
This
want?
time, it's 8.89%.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't they do about that last year?
Well, that
What
was-
we're doing about doing it, taking it back ourselves.
They
Oh,
did about,
Didn't we drop the contract?
That's not
they
good.
did about 5% last year, and we did move to cancel the contract, but won't be canceled till 2026.
2026.
Yes, it's,
So we'll start working on
Notice
it.
there.
Well, it's a continual 5 years, so every year on that deadline, it renews for 5 years, so we had to
It's one of
cancel it.
those termination clauses that, if you don't hold your mouth just right on the
That's
first
right.
full day after the first full moon.
Yes.
Then you can't get out of it for another
Another
5
years.
years too.
Yeah, we need to get out of that.
8.89%, oh my goodness.
Erwin, do you know off the top of your
You
head,
should lose the
there,
checkbook
what the
list.
rates were on our bill prior?
Yeah.
Do you?
You got it.
I do.
It's like 1998 for a regular.
I was gonna say, I knew it was less than $1 increase. I mean,
Well,
it's
it's,
still a
uh,
lot, but overall, like individually for their poly cards, it was like $1 increase on the poly cards, just under.
So it's not 8 point,
8.89%. It's,
So
per
going up to
bill.
like 23
Yeah.
years
it's,
or something.
went up from
Yeah.
1998 for a polycart, residential polycart,
Mm,
to 2176.
oh,
So, not that
You
big
know,
of a rate increase.
I've discovered that I have 2 polycards.
Well, then you're gonna have to pay more.
Well, I wanna give back one
You
of the
can.
polycards.
You can get rid
There's a
of
lot
them.
of
But I think there are a lot of people that have more than
two,
one
yeah, two, are
polycard.
they getting paid, are they billing them for 2 or just 1?
No, I've only had one bill since I've lived there, and it was 1998 or whatever.
Because
You know, there are people that have
Every
two
now and then up
polycards.
down my street, there's somebody comes up with another one.
But I'm not the only one with 2
And they're all
polycards,
full.
I know
We
that.
started an audit, me and the manager at Waste Connection started an audit one year to pick up the extra trash cans.
Yeah.
Cause it's just kind of gotten out of hand throughout the
Well, if
years.
somebody can come and get one of mine,
As long as you keep paying for it, I'll come with it.
well, I'm getting a twofer, so I
I
don't
mean,
really need
yeah,
to
he's
pick
only
it up, I
paying for
guess.
one.
Oh,
that's what he's
I
saying.
can't fill up 2 of them.
He would've
I
let
think
us
that's-
know
I
if he
think-
was paying for 2,
I think that's the problem with a lot of them twos, is they only want to pay for one.
yeah.
That's
Well,
why they got two.
there's a house across the street, I won't name any names, but nobody lives there, it's vacant, it has 2 polycards.
That's full every week.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know that anybody puts anything in
Yeah.
them,
I know about it, they'll be.
but I just wonder, you know, I don't know how they account or they audit these.
That's what I was wondering,
Polycards.
that's what I was thinking too.
There may be-
They find one sitting at an empty house that they didn't pick up and they haul it home.
They don't ever go
They don't go
around, we
get it, though.
deliver them.
I've seen them do
Don't
it.
we?
No,
No,
We don't
they
deliver.
deliver and
Yeah,
pick up.
they own
They
the
do?
poly
Yes.
cards. It's their poly cards.
Yeah.
I knew
Yes.
they were, but I thought it was one of our trailers and some of our guys
No,
that.
What
no,
happens is
no,
when
they-
people
they-
move
if
into a
they're-
new
If they're broken, they
house
bring and replace
and
it
they-
and everything. They pick up the old
We
one.
put in a work order for a new trash can for a new customer, and if there's one already sitting there, we shouldn't be sending in that request for a new poly card.
Yeah, because when somebody moves out of town, their neighbor goes over and gets the other polycard
Yeah,
apparently.
use it. Well, yeah, or somebody across town does.
I've got one and I didn't even go get it. I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
Start billing you later.
All right, we
Extra,
have,
Larry.
let's see, I did do a motion in a second, didn't
We'll
I?
change your account tomorrow.
So I do have a motion in a second. Could, you might include that new rate at 8.89% increase.
Correct.
I told them to leave that blank because sometimes we don't go the full 8, sometimes we go more, it's up to y'all what the rate is.
No, this is strictly an increase on waste management side. This has
Yeah, we're
nothing
not-
to do
we're not-
with the city.
we're not
We are
increasing
not- Our rates.
Our rate remains the same.
Remains
This
the
is just
same.
the
This is-
pass-through rate.
This is strictly what they will be benefiting, not what the city's benefiting.
Right. That's what they're charging us.
Well, that's what I meant, but we're
But
not
we're not-
raising the rate.
No, we're just passing that on.
Okay.
But we're not increasing our rate.
Okay. All
What do you
right.
mean, is this like a fuel adjustment charge then, or?
Well, no.
So I
this-
thought we were raising the rates.
I did
thought
too.
that
We
was
are
what
gonna
the-
raise the rates, but it's just a pass-through. I mean, we are
Right,
not,
We're not gonna
We're
profit
we're not
off the
increasing
rate.
Well, I
our
knew
revenue.
we
Yeah.
weren't. I knew we weren't, but we are raising the rates.
Yes, ma'am.
8 point,
Yes, ma'am, we are.
yeah.
Yes.
I just want
Right now.
people to know that the city is
Right.
not profiting on
Yeah,
this.
the city's
Right,
not
okay,
making
I see
any
what you're
money.
saying.
Profit off.
That's right. That we're not making any money off of this at
No.
all. It's
No.
just when you, that's what you
It's
mean.
just a-
Management
just a
makes
pass-through.
money off of us.
Did I make a motion? We have a motion and a second, right?
Yes.
Okay, could you
It's
call
probably
for a
in the
vote,
table
please?
again. There goes
I'll go
one
find
line,
it.
there's one
All
line
right,
in
I'll
there.
go.
Scott,
Yes.
Burnham,
Yeah,
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're down to staff and board remarks. Anything anybody'd like to say to the Mangum Utility Authority? Any new business?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to report on our ARPA grant
Okay.
that we spent basically the last month putting this thing together. It was, and you've got a copy of this correspondence in your little blue packet.
Oh, okay.
But our application was accepted, as presented. Everything was in order. And that second page is just a breakdown of the way we structured the grant. It's actually 3 different projects for a total of $1 million. And the reason we did that was that, in the event they didn't approve the total grant, we put it in 3 different categories. So maybe we can get 2 out of 3 if we didn't get all 3 of them. And that gave us the opportunity to exercise that option.
Okay. Do we know when we'll know what they're going to give us? Do they give us a time frame on that kind of thing, or not really? They just let us know when it's ruled out and?
Well, let's see. They don't really say when.
Okay, that's what I was just, they,
They really don't say when, but it'll be soon. You know, I would say within the next 60 days at the most.
so we have the
Maybe
possibility
30.
to get up to $1 million.
Up to $1 million, yes.
And then if we get less, we can decide which projects it'll cover.
Correct.
Okay.
You know, the first portion is $400,000. That's for a couple of water wells, new water wells, improve our water well system, or water well field. Next would be the, what they call insertion valves. We put valves in the water system that'll help us better control when we have a big water break and not have to shut the majority of the town down. We can isolate that particular area. That's $260,000. And then the balance would be for the elevated tower downtown, water tower. Which is my priority, right, is the tower and then the other 2. So, and that's where we are on that. And I'll certainly keep you posted on that as to what we're gonna get, if we get anything,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay,
Is that all?
that's it.
Okay.
That's it for
I'll
me.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Call for a vote?
Scott,
Yes.
Brennan,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Meeting is over.